What is going on, guys? Rodney here with cryptobros. Welcome to tonight's video. I will say this is a very interesting video for me to do. I had a request from one of my favorite, one of my most loyal, one of the best followers that I've had. Really been following me since day one, since I started this channel. He's asked me to review Electroneum a couple of times at this point, and he reached out earlier in the week and hit me with a tweet, literally. Not making this up. This is April 29th. If you love me, you'll do a video about Electroneum scam coin. And here I am, and I'm doing it. And so I started doing this research on there, and I found out very quickly that the community, like, people either absolutely love Electroneum or they hate it. It's either garbage or it's great. There's like no middle ground. So I'm actually hesitant to do this. And what I'll say is I've kind of set myself up for some things to explore over the course of this video to try to give an unbiased opinion on here, and we will get into all that in just 1 second. Before we do that though, if you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe, all you have to do is come over here, hit the subscribe button. Seriously appreciate all the subscriptions, all the comments, all the likes, all the loves. You guys have been awesome. Things have been going really well. Just want you to know I'm super thankful. That being said, let's talk about Electroneum. So the very first thing that I'm looking at here is their Twitter, huge following, 100K plus subscribers. Seems like they have a great community backing. Seems like there's a lot of people that really want to see this project do well. So I think that's a very positive thing, and more so than some of the the other projects out there that have very strong opinionated supporters. But I think their activity on here is good. The amount of supporters they do have, the amount of coverage that's out there, I think Electroneum does a great job marketing, which goes a long way in 2018. But strong community, good first point. As we get over to the website, super sharp, but I really like a couple things that they're trying to do. One, mass adoption, which I like. Adoption in its own is one specific point that I always look for, and I like the fact that they're going for this mass adoption. Really, what it looks like to me, if you go to some of their websites, it doesn't tell you like Electroneum is doing X, Y, and Z or whatever. Like, you kind of have to dig and figure it out and see what it is. But they've got a lot of things going on, and really, they are appealing to the new user, the first time maybe person into cryptocurrency. They're trying to make it very easy for people to have some type of cryptocurrency, both with putting it like on a mobile phone. Everybody has these, and this ease of use thing. Like, I get it. Like, maybe guys like who are deep in there, who have hundreds of thousands of dollars in cryptocurrencies, they're probably not doing a lot on their phone with their stuff. But for the average user who wants to maybe buy and sell, trade, or use cryptocurrency, or have some type of payment system that they can use to buy stuff or collect or whatever, like, I really like that factor, that they're trying to make it really easy, really inviting for the first time person coming into the crypto world. I also like the fact that they have that cell phone based or app based mining platform. The things that I could think about is maybe if you're very diligent with it, you could, when you get it all set up, it sounds like it's very easy, but when you get it all set up, or you could have your phone plugged into the wall if you're sitting at your desk, and use the Wi-Fi and mine Electroneum tokens, or at nighttime you could turn it on and have it do its thing. I did see a couple things where people are saying it does suck down their battery life and it does use their data. But I mean, they've got some strong things going on here. Just some stats are out there: 40 million hard cap hit, 120,000 contributors, signed agreements giving access to 100 million users, over a million ETN users, over 750 million USD of ETN trade in the first 40 days. Current market cap is not at this point. Maybe this should be like a fluctuating thing. Obviously, everything is still very down from its all-time high. But again, here we are, we're talking about this road to adoption. They want to make it inviting for everyone to come in, and they understand that smartphones are the way to do that, and they're trying to give people a use case for this coin, right? I don't want to say it's a problem, but there are a lot of other similar esque projects that are dealing with super fast, super light kind of platform that you can integrate some type of payment mechanism. I do like what they have going on as they're very in tune with the mobile. Like the mobile community. So, there is some overlap, but really in terms of overlap of other competing projects, like you have that in every single category, whether it's an app, whether it's an infrastructure, whether it's a decentralized app of any kind. So there is that going for it. But I do like this. Timeline looks pretty sharp, to be honest. A couple cool mentions on there. HackerOne. I don't know much about any of these things. I haven't checked all of them out yet. I guess we can open this up and kind of explore it here. See what it has to say. Again, guys, I'm just kind of spitballing on this. I really wanted this to be, based on what I saw from the community, I wanted this to be very unbiased going in, because I've seen a lot of like hate videos and I've seen a lot of love videos, and we'll get into kind of the token economics here in just a few minutes. But HackerOne, the most trusted hacker-powered security platform. Okay, so not only are they, they're focused on, they're best on. Not only is Electroneum active in terms of like usability, but they want their stuff to be safe and people to adopt it. Like they're not going to use this if it's not a safe way to transact. So, okay, kudos, guys. Electroneum's Wallet Manager officially launched on Android's app release in 20 languages, December 2017. January 9th, agreement signed with Exis. I don't know how to say that. Our mobile user reach to 65 million. Okay, that's quite ambitious. I wonder how I would like to verify some of these things, but very cool. They've got it listed here. You can do your best to trust it. Ask the community for beta testers for mobile miners. 45,000 detailed applications in 72 hours. January 17th, first cryptocurrency to join GSMA member. I did open this up because I wanted to see what this was. So here's a GSMA article. If you don't know what it is, you can quickly Google it. GSMA or GSM Association is originally a European trade body that represents interests in the mobile network operators worldwide. Okay. Founded in 1995, so established company, headquarters, London, United Kingdom. If we kind of check out their website, looks like they got a bunch of stuff going on here with that. Mobile connections, including M2M. Looks like that's 8 billion, growth per year. Okay, well, so a lot of stuff going on here. Sorry, if this is rough for you guys, you can totally shut this off. But again, I wanted unbiased look here. So we've got another. So okay, they've got some partnerships going on. Signed agreements with F4Tel, 5 million user reach, Fanfare, 1 million user reach, and BM Media, 20 million user reach, bringing our total user reach to 91 million users. I'm not sure if they're saying that just because these companies have this reach that they're insinuating that they can reach as many people through these companies, or this is how many people are actually trying to use whatever they have going on. January 19th, jumped on hit BTC. January 22nd, 765,000 live ETN users. Very cool. Fair enough. Agreement signed with Unitify, taking our mobile user reach to 130 million users. March 5th. Android mobile miner launch. I think that's pretty cool. Panel discussion. So I think that's pretty cool. Like, if you're coming in, if you're just hearing about Bitcoin, if you're hearing about some of these things, and you stumble upon Electroneum, they make it an easy process for you. They make it easy for you to mine coins. Maybe you're enjoying it. Maybe you can find some use cases. Maybe you're collecting it. I think that's. You can see my bruise here. That little paintball shot. You can I can see why people would quickly jump on board, and I'm not dogging this, and I'm not saying it's great one way or the other. I know people, like, I watched the David Hay video just to check it out. He had some issues with them not having their own blockchain and being built on Monero's kind of code base in the beginning. I don't stuff like that doesn't bother me. If someone has a great working product and it fits your system, I think that's okay. I don't think every single project out in the crypto space absolutely has to have its own, blockchain, especially if they can work off somebody else's and it fits with them. Um, let's see. So they hit KuCoin in March, the 16th. ETN listed on BitBNS and CoinSpot, ability to trade in fiat currency. That's pretty awesome. More adoption, and then April 6th, patent pending secured. I don't exactly know what they're talking about, but they have some goals here. Continue to grow the team, developmental commercial relationships, enhance app capability, kickoff vendor integration program. Up here, they were talking about some partnerships and stuff that they have going on. Our partners have agreed to begin the process of accepting Electroneum as payments from their customers. We currently are in negotiation with some enormous global brands who expressed some strong interest in Electroneum digital payments to the list of ways to pay. And I mean, I wish that we kind of knew here. Again, speculation is always a strong thing in the crypto space, but overall, from kind of an outside looking in standpoint or a first view, it seems like this would be a solid project. I get they're working on peer-to-peer stuff. Yes, there's some competition in the space, but I don't think this is anything super negative on here. Current market cap $186 million, currently down 72% from its all-time high, and currently trading at 2.7 cents. What is the all-time high here? Actually, I think I got it up. All-time high 19 cents. I see, maybe 20. 19.1 looks like the peak here. And I mean, if we think about it, guys, this is a very new coin. So I mean, this came out November 1st. So we're like 7 or 8 months old at best. I don't know, November, December, January, February, March, April, so whatever you want to call it. 7 months old. That's totally fine. So there definitely is there's definitely some room for this to grow, and I think if anything, what it seems like is the community base surrounding this coin is really what's going to help it hit some of its potential in terms of it goes. I know people sometimes bitch about the 21 billion or anything that's basically in the billions. 21 billion supply, 6.8 billion basically circulating. Decent market cap though, especially considering what was this market cap at? So at this point over here, when we were basically at 19 cents, market cap was approaching $1 billion, and 24-hour trading volume was at 15 million. So a lot of action around there. Now we're currently, trading volume is 1.5 million. So I mean, what you can almost assume here is like this is bottomed out in terms of the token economics, or where we're at in terms of the market cycle. You can assume this is the bottom. Really, like in terms of a trade, or if you're a holder, this is a great time to buy it at 2 cents. So moving on, what else we got up here? Covered GSMA, covered this. Technical analysis, I don't think these things necessarily, I don't know how much value these provide, but it's neutral. We do have some events. New code release. I pulled this up. I haven't dug through this yet. We have an airdrop in 8 days and a blockchain update in a month. Let's see if we can get this news piece to update here. Why does that keep doing that? Sorry, I probably should have closed Telegram before I jumped there. So news, okay. Markets rule number 1. This sign I have in my shop in the UK, I blurred out my shop. Let's see what this is. 5 hours ago. All right. So this just basically says I have the sign. This is the sign I have in my shop in the UK. I blurred out my shop name because of trolls. I will post a video soon of a customer who has been, I don't know what that means, who has been MNE TN so she could just spend in our shop. Feel free to scan my QR code. Okay, that's pretty cool. So there is some adoption here. Obviously people are supporting it. We need more people like you. I would like to know where your shop is if you're accepting this. Okay, that's really cool. Again, very strong community. And what sucks about it is there's people who hate and love on both sides, and I think if you can find a middle ground and do that, I think that's just good for the space. So I actually think this is pretty cool. I watched this video earlier, well, part of it, just kind of familiarizing myself with some of the things that they were talking about on here. He had some pretty good things to say overall on the coin. The only thing that I'll say in terms of my opinion is like, this isn't necessarily like the next Wan chain or the next icon or anything like that. And I don't want this to actually sound like a slam, because I don't think that at all. I actually think what we're gonna see right now, like the whole big buzz is like all this stuff on infrastructure and these mega platforms. I think that simplicity with some of these simplicity and adoption is going to maybe be some of the next waves, because right now they're building all this crazy infrastructure and all these very ambitious products. When we start breaking into some simpler things in terms of just simply spending cash, and I get it, there's a lot of peer-to-peer or transactional currencies that are out there, but we start breaking down and getting into some projects that may have been overlooked but have really easy implementation, really easy adaptability. I think that's when we're going to start seeing action in not only the crypto space but with some of these projects specifically. So let's keep the ball rolling. I read this article too, and what I tried to do is read more than watch videos, because I wanted to see what was going on here. I didn't want to hear people's opinions. I didn't give a shit about the price. I just wanted to see what they were trying to accomplish so I could make some type of decision on myself that was unbiased. What I will say is, like, in terms of investing, I don't know if I'm going to go for this. I haven't really been investing much in this. I don't do a ton with Cryptopia. It is great that they're on KuCoin, but I don't know if the next round of investments I make, if Electroneum would land in that bag, but that still doesn't mean I don't like the project. I like a lot of coins that I'm not necessarily invested in. So I worked through this too. I actually thought this was really cool. This Electroneum 101, this was a write-up here, kind of walking you through the basics of the project. And then, I appreciate the very active community. Regardless whether the coin or the project is shit or scam or whatever, I appreciate active community. I appreciate all of the responses from the editor here, from the guy who wrote this, and actually he answers it who it is. This might be one of the guys from the team. Let's see if I can find it. This question was, who is Benjamin Says? He says, that's me, the creator of Electroneum 101, the sole contributor to this blog. Maybe he's not even a part of this team. I don't really know. I should probably do some digging in here. But, for a team of 12, looks like they've got some stuff going on here. We can go swing back to the website. Meet the team. I haven't downloaded the app or anything. Again, just kind of giving a first look, a first view of what I have going on. So I'm sorry if this is super boring. Generally, I'll spend a couple days researching a token if I'm going to put out a video on there, just so I know all the ins and outs of it. But with this, I really wanted this to be fairly unbiased, so I could give it a fair look, and I'm kind of just sharing that with you guys. Richard has a story of building successful digital businesses. He co-founded successful digital agency SiteWizard, now over 20 years old. Most recently, he founded Retolar. Sorry, guys, I don't read well. .com. Retortal in 2013. As a CEO, Rich has assembled a team of over 40 developers and created social media management platforms used by global Fortune 500 companies such as Herbalife and Avon. Fair. Good for them. All right. Electroneum development, over 10 years of experience. Okay. Well, so okay, these guys have some experience here. Ben is the head of UI UX, ultimately responsible for the development of the website. Electroneum app. Okay. A lot on the squad here. Advisors. Org Robinson. Andy Denton. Okay. So not necessarily a small time operation. I did see a picture somewhere. They have an office where people are working in there, and it's actually right here. How convenient was that? I was reading here. So they have an actual office. Again, not a couple of dudes hashing out ideas in their undies in their garage. So I think that's fairly cool. I don't know if necessarily if Electroneum is something that I will grab a bag of, but at the current price point and being down 70 something percent is a trade, especially if you're patient and as we head into more of a bullish sentiment in the market. Yeah, guys, you could see a ton of potential price action. I mean, really, to get to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cents, we are 2, 3, 4 xing our investment, and that's not bad. And especially if people are out there actively using it and supporting it, I think that's more important than the actual tech behind the project in itself. It's about what people think. You can have the greatest thing in the world, but if no one likes it, no one uses it, no one gives a shit about it, it's not the greatest thing. At the same time, if you have something really shitty, regardless of what it is, if people like it, use it, active on it, like that's a great thing, and that's how things do well. So really, it's about adoption here. So anyway, moving on, I will wrap this up soon. Again, just some events they have coming up. New code release next week. I do have an article up here somewhere on that. Right here. So it looks like there's a video tied to it. Big announcement for Electroneum. It's important. It says forking explained. It's important for everyone to understand. While it's known as a fork, this is very different to Bitcoin forking or Bitcoin Gold. The fork will not result into currencies as all the exchanges and pools will update their software in advance of the update block, and Electroneum will continue to be an updated blockchain. Okay, so then they have to do some testing and some implement, and then right here, Electroneum divergence from Monero. We've always planned to move the Electroneum blockchain further towards reaching our goals, which will in turn move us away from Monero's goals. We chose Monero because they've written some awesome dynamic blockchain size algorithms, but they also have some features that are not critical to Electroneum's future. In this Electroneum update, we have started to diverge some core Monero functionality as we move towards a lean, fast blockchain to handle vast numbers of micropayments. We need to lose some of the overhead that comes with the privacy of Monero. So they're keeping a little bit of the privacy, but dropping some of the extra weight. And then it kind of breaks down their tech stuff here. So anti-ASIC, transfer fee increase block size before penalty, disabling. Oh man, they're disabling the ring signature. That's interesting. Disabling some of the privacy features. We can fit significantly more transactions into each block with them enabled. Okay, fair enough. Mempool data 3 life, 2-minute blocks, block reward, reduced difficulty windows. Okay, so fair enough. Like they're working on this stuff, and I think that's positive. Again, whether you hate it or you love it, the couple things I think it has going for them. One, they're focused on adoption. Two, that it looks like they're constantly working on this. 3, it looks like they've got good marketing team, and most importantly, is a good community behind there. And I think that's hard to, it's really hard to match a good community. Let's just see if we can see how many people are on their Telegram, and from there we will wrap this up. Fairly metal. I mean, look at that, almost 50,000 members in their Telegram group. So that's pretty insane, guys. So from a first-time viewer, again. I just want to be clear here that this is, sorry, I was almost said Monero. Electroneum has never been something that has kind of popped onto my radar that I thought, ooh, I better pick that up. It's also something I've never done any research in. There's a lot of great coins or projects that are potentially hidden on Cryptopia. I don't go there very often. Maybe if this starts picking up some adoption in terms of some larger exchanges, I think those are great moves in terms of HitBTC and KuCoin, if we see it on a Binance or a Bittrex, if they start doing some of the things that they say they're going to do and start working through this adoption process, yeah, there's a ton of potential here. It's just about if they can work through that. I'm not saying this is a shit coin. I really, guys, I don't hate any coin. If I hate anything, it's the communities that back them, because some of them are just, I don't know. Some of the people in there are just very vile, and sometimes closed-minded and this that. So I don't really hate any project. So I'm not trying to be like middle ground here, but being honest. So anyway, that's kind of my take here. Will I buy some? I don't know. Maybe if this jumps onto to Binance at some point, it might be worth snagging a small bag and just sitting on it. But what I do think is at the 2 cent price point, like, you can't go wrong here. So anyway, guys, that's my review. Shout out to my guy, Goonstunts1. This is a bag holder right here. Asked me to review, likes it, whatever it is. I think this is cool, man. Rock on. All right, guys, that's all I have for you this evening. Have a great night, and I will catch you later.